simple but direct and strict attention on the breath. Focus the attention entirely on the sensations of breathing. Do not try to force the breath in or out. Instead, just allow the breath to naturally rise and fall. Only a focusing of the attention on the sensations of breathing. How does it feel as the breath rises and falls? How does the breath feel coming and going? Be immersed in this and only this. Paying no attention to any thoughts, images, feelings. This does not concern us for this time. If you find your mind begins to wander, simply return attention to the breath. Allowing the breath to rise and fall, and noticing that the breath naturally will begin to deepen itself. But we do not need to rush or hurry to get to that point. Just allow. Breath coming, going, rising, falling. Inhale, exhale. Naturally, in its own time, in its own rhythm. Your only task is to be fully aware of the sensations of breathing. Taking a moment here to simply see if it's possible to fully, directly, and for this short while now, be strict and focused entirely on the breath. Do not follow a single thought. The mind has nothing for us now. Instead, only the sensation of breathing. Very good. Now, fully immersed, the attention resting on the breath rising and falling. Use the breath as the point by which you continually return your attention. Mind may wander, that is okay. There is no need to be frustrated by this. That is the mind doing what it does naturally. Only for this time, the intention is to return to the breath the very moment you recognize that you have become lost in a stream of thoughts. Very good. Now, noticing how subtle the mind can be in its attempt to pull your attention away from the breath. Be determined to always return attention to the breath. You have this power. The mind will conjure many stories. The mind will say you don't have time for this, or that the situation isn't right for meditation right now. The mind may try to distract you with other bodily sensations other than the breath. The mind will pull your attention to all of the sense perceptions, will distract you with sound, will distract you with something you can see, something you can touch or taste. Just for this time, do not follow any of this. Just fully immersed in the sensation of breathing, a gentle inquiry. How does it feel to breathe? What is the sensation of breathing? What actually is this? This breath is always available to you, always available for you to return your attention back to. What if it's possible to just develop this attentiveness, to develop this anchor point by which attention can just gently return at any moment throughout any day. Just this, just this. Regardless of what the present contains. Your power, your choice is attention. Choosing where to direct the focus of your attention. So using this time now to choose the direction of attention entirely into just the sensation of breathing. No mental images, no words, no analysis. Just the pure observation itself, recognizing the sensation of breathing is the awareness itself. The consciousness of breathing is consciousness, and just be this. Taking a moment here for just being the awareness of breath. Very good. The mind may continue to wander. This is okay. As long as we continually return attention back to the breath, there is no need to be frustrated by our continual recognition that we get lost in thought. This habit has been going on for many years, so it stands to reason that our mind occasionally becomes lost. The moment you recognize you have become lost in thought is the very moment that you have regained presence. On recognizing we have become lost in thought, this is a good thing. It is positive and healthy that you have recognized you are lost. So no frustration, no stress. The frustration and stress is the mind creating a narrative, creating another train of thought. Do not engage with any frustration or stress instead. Upon recognizing the mind has become lost, just return to the breath and nothing else. All is well. Very good. In a moment, we will be leaving the formal aspect of the meditation. You may wish to sit a while longer, just gently immersed in the sense of presence and continually, informally practicing the training of attention onto the breath. Or you may wish to just begin moving about your day. But throughout this day, recognize that any time there is any sense of uneasiness, dissatisfaction, anxiety, or rumination, while still giving allowance for this mind activity, just seeing if it's possible to also gently just bring attention closer to the breath. We may not need to fully snap into a meditative presence at all times throughout the day, but if when we find the mind is frantic, chaotic, lost, instead of just indulging and engaging with all of those thoughts, stories and images, if instead of that the attention turned inwards, not upwards or outwards, but inwards, in to the breath, recognizing that deep sense of safety there, a deep sense of security, a sense of being. And you can be as strict and direct with this as you need to be. The more intense the discomfort and distress of the mind, the more direct and focused you can become on the breath. Firm. Courageous. Just this. Thank you for doing this meditation with me. Take care, be well, and stay present.